Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Barrokit. Here I want to explain the result of the material I have made in the form of a PowerPoint which contain about the pioneer of art Indonesia, namely Raden Saleh. Yes. Yes. Next, let's go. Raden Saleh had the full name Raden Saleh Sarif Bustaman. Didn't he? He was a pioneer painter of Romanticism with mixed Arabic and Javanese heritage. He was considered the first modern artist from Indonesia, then the Dutch East India. Wasn't he? His painting focused on the 19th century Romanticism school, which was popular in Europe at the time, although his work were influenced by Romanticism. Didn't they always reveal the roots of Indonesian culture? He was born in 1811 in the village of Turboyo near Semarang, Central Java. Born into a noble Hadrami family, he was connected to a lineage that tracked back to Surat in India during the 17th century. Wasn't he? His father, Said Hussein bin Ali bin Awal bin Yahya, was known for being part of family that migrated to Java through India, wasn't he? Raden Saleh was also the grandson of Said Abdul Bustam through his mother, Raden Ayu Sarif Hussein bin Ali bin Awal, through sister, Ruqyah. Raden Saleh became an uncle by marriage to the famous religious leader Habib Ali Kuitang. Didn't he? According to the Jakarta Globe, Raden Saleh grew up in a privileged household. His circle of friends were dominated by the sons of Dutch officers and merchants in the city. As a child, Raden Saleh met Anthony Auguste Joseph Paine, a Belgian landscape painter. Paine had been sent to Java to travel and document the Javanese and landscape in the frame of an Indian Moi. Hadn't he? The accountary at order in Bogor West. One of the curators, Syed Muhammad Hafiz, said that Raden Saleh had followed Paine around the island of Java since 1819. Hadn't he? At that time, he was only 8 years old and reportedly had already shown extraordinary painting talent. Paine finally became Raden Saleh's first mentor and recognized his student's remarkable ability in painting. Then, in 1829, Raden Saleh was offered an opportunity to go to Europe with a Dutch colonial officer named Jet Baptist de Link. The offer was accepted, but Raden Saleh initially did not intend to become an artist, did he? Raden Saleh lived in the Hague with family of Jean Christian Bouot, the former governor general of the Dutch East Indies. Both took care of Raden Saleh, introduced him to intellectual people, including artists, and arranged for him to receive a license while his education was financed by the Dutch government. At the time, Raden Saleh focused on painting natural landscape, seascapes, and portraits of influential figures, including their former governors general of the Dutch East Indies, one of whom was Bouot. Although historical paintings were widely admired, Raden Saleh struggled to adopt that style. Instead, he discovered another genre that would lift his status to match his European contemporaries, normally animal painting. During this period, animal circus performance gained immense popularity. Whenever the renowned circus performer Henry Martin visited a city, people flocked to the show, including Raden Saleh. He attended the circus and attempted to paint a lion in its chest realistically as possible. While in the Netherlands, Raden Saleh was mentored by Cornelius Christman and Sels Andreas Selfout, who guided him in refining his artistic skill. Raden Saleh gained recognition early in his study, particularly from barons and the royal family. King William III of the Netherlands honored him with the Little King of Painters, which highlighted his growing reputation. Raden Saleh was selected to exhibit his work in Amsterdam and The Hague, where he nurtured the French lion trainer Henri Martin. This meeting marked the beginning of Raden Saleh's journey in Oriental painting. His painting titled One Lion, completed in 1838, became a turning point in his career. The artwork brought him fame in Western Europe, particularly in France and Germany. Many of his paintings are displayed at the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, underscoring his lasting legacy. Many of his paintings are displayed at the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, underscoring his lasting legacy. Unfortunately, some of his work were destroyed when the Dutch colonial pavilion in Paris was burned in 1931. Raden Saleh relocated to Germany and lived there for 5 years. He spent time in two cities, Dresden and Coburg, didn't he? When he arrived in Dresden in 1839, the Romantic art movement, particularly the Oriental trend, was flourishing and peak. In 1841, one of Raden Saleh's masterpieces titled Lion Hunt gained significant attention and the annual art exhibition of the Dresden Academy. Following this success, many collectors commissioned paintings from him. His work were believed to ignite the imagination of Europeans, where they ever there afterward. Raden Saleh chose to move to Paris, France, where he continued practicing his Oriental painting style. In Paris, he found a new mentor, Horace Vernet, who with him further in his artistic journey. In Paris, he also had a new mentor, namely Horace Vernet. In Paris, Raden Saleh had exhibited his work entitled Their Hunt on the island of Java in 1847 at Salon Carey. On this occasion, he also gave his work until Forest Fire to King William III in the Netherlands. In 1858, he was awarded the Title of Schilder, the Konings, or King of Painters. He finally gained trust in the royal environment, and his collection was able to appear. After achieving great success, Raden Saleh returned to Jakarta in 1852. After achieving great success, Raden Saleh returned to Jakarta in 1852. Ia returned after living in Europe for 20 years. The maestro also built a house in Cikini, Jakarta. The house is very unique because it was inspired by Colibri Castle, where he also lived in Germany. Thank you very much, Miss. Thank you for presentasi. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Presentasi